Over the years, millions of people have come to America to start a new life from countries all over the world. They had many different reasons for coming to America, but all came hoping for a better life. Over 500 years ago, people from Europe began coming to North America looking for freedom and opportunity. Some came for political freedom and the opportunity to govern themselves, and others came for economic opportunities. Other groups, like the Pilgrims who came to Massachusetts, wanted to be free to practice their religion. In 1620, Pilgrims from Europe arrived at Plymouth Rock, looking for a place to create a new colony and start their own church. At that time in Europe, leaders told the people how to practice religion and where they had to go to church. Life was hard for people with different beliefs, and they were often punished for having different beliefs. The early colonists had freedom of religion. This means they could practice any religion or not practice a religion. This idea of religious freedom continues to be an important value for Americans today. For thousands of years before the Europeans arrived, there were many tribes of Native American people living in America. Each had its own customs, traditions, and beliefs. When the Pilgrims arrived, there were many tribes, like the Navajo, Iroquois, and Cherokee living here. The Wampanoag tribe were living in the Northeast at the place where the Pilgrims arrived. The Wampanoag taught the Pilgrims many important skills, like growing corn, beans, and squash. The first winter was very hard for the Pilgrims, and the Wampanoag helped them to survive. After their first harvest together, the Wampanoag and the Pilgrims joined together for a feast. Today, Americans celebrate this event on Thanksgiving in November. As more settlers came from Europe and began to move west, there were many conflicts with Native American tribes. The settlers defeated these tribes and took their land. The government signed treaties with the tribes and moved them to reservations. Today, there are over 500 tribes recognized by the federal government. Sacagawea was a Native American woman from the Shoshone tribe. At 12, she was captured and enslaved by a different tribe. She met and married a French-Canadian fur trader a few years later. In 1804, President Thomas Jefferson sent two men named Lewis and Clark to explore the land between the Missouri River and the Pacific Ocean. In October of 1804, Lewis and Clark met Sacagawea and her husband in North Dakota. They hired them as guides and interpreters. Sacagawea made peace with the tribes they met along the route. Her efforts made this journey a success, and she's remembered for her important contribution to this day. Let's review some civics test questions covered in this lesson. What is one reason colonists came to America? Acceptable answers include political freedom, religious freedom, and economic opportunities. What is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? You can either answer American Indians or Native Americans. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. You can answer any one of the following: Cherokee, Navajo, Sioux, Chippewa, Choctaw, Pueblo, Apache, Iroquois, Creek, Blackfeet, Seminole, Cheyenne, Arawak, Shawnee, Mohegan, Huron, Oneida, Lakota, Crow, Teton, Hopi, Inuit.